Hey folks, time to art. Let me know if this sounds okay. I have the same setup as last time. Hopefully it's all working perfectly. Fingers crossed. And hopefully there's not this big hum in the background. I think I pretty much fixed it. So hopefully it works out. Thank you, Moosey. I can be heard, which means I can draw. Okay, you know what? It's actually super hot in here, so I will be turning on the AC, so hold me a second. Yes, hold me a second. That's what I meant to say. Alright, so now that I've started up the white noise machine and the Alex comfort machine, let's get this started. I will be able to turn that off in a bit. It's just Montreal's hot in summer, folks. But maybe like last time I can manage to like eliminate this background noise in some way. We'll see how it works. Thankfully, my voice is not the most important thing in this stream. It's you! You're the most important thing. Thank you. This shirt is part of a set that I got with my friend Jen, who also has the same one. We bought one together the day she left when she visited me in Quebec last time. One day she'll be back here. It's Montreal, pretty cool place. Okay, so where were we? Oh, right, we were here. So this is what we did last time. Look at this. I say we because it was a collaborative process. And like we kind of started with like sketches, numerous layers of sketches, and added like, started with the sketch, cleaned it up, added some clothing, and then we slowly added in the line art. So now we have some pretty cool line art, and like here you can see it, but this is like 100% view. Like this is pretty high detail, which means I can print it pretty big, and maybe I will. Who knows? Let's see. Hey, Marek. To the people watching me from the future, I am saying hi to people 30 seconds in the past. Time is pretty awesome. Alright, so what the heck are we doing is the question. And of course I'll just put this back here because you don't need to be here for a little reference picture. Alright, so we have the line art. Now, time for color. I'm not super good at color, but I'm okay. So let's try that. Let's see what we can do. So, basically, ideally you never, like, I will never touch this layer again just because I don't want to mess with it. And we have a program. Oh, by the way, to people new to the stream, I'm using Clip Studio Paint Pro, which often comes on sale, and when it does, you probably should grab it because it's really, really cheap when it comes on sale, and it's actually like pretty good. Honestly, you can do a lot with this program, and it's great for comics specifically. But I use it for art and for that sort of stuff, and it works well for me. So, what I'm gonna do, I make a new layer behind behind this, so you can see, like, yeah, I could just do this and go behind, and I can, like, basically this does not affect the actual line art. Probably not, yeah, not gonna scribble over her face. So what we will do now is kind of start with flat colors and then clean them up a bit, and then I add the shading. Now, let's see. I might actually want to go back to the sketch layer. First, I turn it on. And I actually just wanted to see some of the reference pictures. Here, there we go. Oh, I did it again. Oh my gosh, I hate doing this so much. Be careful with your stylus, okay? It's cautionary tale. Okay, so. Yes. Everything 100. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, here. All right, I need to actually select layer first. Or you know what? I just need to select the layer I'll be working on. So I just want to grab a good skin tone. And that looks good. Okay, so, the way I do it is, I don't know, it might feel a little bit lowbrow, but I just use a paint bucket. Boom, boom. And since it's like, I set it to refer to other layers, so it actually just says, oh, like, whichever layers you have open is going to work into. And now, I have Photoshop. I actually I have Photoshop in the back here. I might actually switch to Photoshop at some point to do some effects at the end. But, like, one thing Clip Studio Paint has over Photoshop is a superior paint bucket, if you can imagine that. Essentially, Photoshop, like, you do the paint bucket and it just, like, stops here and you... Actually, can I just demonstrate that? I can totally do that, can't I? Okay, I'll just actually, you know what? Yeah. I think I saved this as a... Open this. I think I saved this as an actual file. Can it actually open these? Can it? Of course not, you can't, because it's not that kind of document. Okay. Then I will export this as a ping. Ping exported. Then I go into Photoshop. Open it up. There we go. Now I'm in Photoshop. Now, Photoshop's paint bucket. Also, one thing I hate with Photoshop, you cannot go outside the bounds with the navigator, which means you can't. But in Clip Studio, you totally can. It doesn't make that big a difference for this file, but for others it can get annoying. So let's go here. Let's do the same thing. I'll just start another layer. I just need to remember where the buttons are, because there's different here. Oh, and right, this is actually white, so I'll just set this to multiply. There we go. Now use the paint bucket. Here. And let's see. I will just like eyeball. What the? Oh, I selected the wrong. Switch. There we go. Okay, so now I did essentially the same thing, but let's look closer. Now, if you see here, there's this little, like, okay, let's zoom in there. Oh, okay, not that much. You see, there's this little gray line here because, like, it doesn't go all the way. Photoshop kind of stops here, which really makes it a bit weird. Like, for example, if I was to put, like, I don't know, a big red layer here, you see it kind of pierces through. And even if I like even if I go through, yeah, you see, like, there's red everywhere. And if I change the red to something else, like a big yellow, you can see through it, and that's a bit annoying. What is ping not it? Like, I used to call it PNG, and then people actually call them ping. So I said, oh well, I guess you pronounce it ping. Is that not the way? It's okay. I'll do whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just, it is GIF though. It is graphic interchange format. So, like, there's a reason there. I guess it could be ping. But yeah, so see, like, this is annoying. However, in Clip Studio, this does not happen because you can actually tell Clip Studio, hey, hey, Paint Bucket, oh, right, sorry, here you go. Hey, Paint Bucket, like, just draw a little bit over, like, I think it is, yeah, area scaling. It is, yeah, why don't you go over a bit? And I can even, like, pump it up a bit. Like, yeah. And if we look closely, we see here, like, it is actually, and maybe we can actually see this. Yeah, see? I'm just going to make the line a little bit transparent. You can see where it actually, like, goes over the line. Now, that's a bit much. It's a bit like, yeah, that's 10 might be pushing it. So I'm going to leave it at 5. And then go here, boop. And then if we do this, see how nice this is. Like, it actually goes over a little bit, and it's behind the line, and my line is black, opaque, so that doesn't really matter to me. But just that alone makes coloring in so much easier. It doesn't solve the little points. Like, at some point it just, I can't get in. So you just have to finish these manually. But it's, whoops, pick the right layer. But it's still so much better than, like, the other option. So what I do here, this makes it a little bit easier, and then I can just, like, fill in the parts, the points. But usually I'll show you what I do with that later. So, remember to save. Saving is good. Okay, so it is a ping PNG thing. Okay, well, I guess JPEG was originally written .jpeg, so it actually says JPEG, but, or JPEG, but anyway, ping, PNG, whatever. Ping is pretty quick. Like, it takes less time. It's like at some point, I think it was in GamePro or something, people were talking about Earthworm Jim and how, like, some people abbreviate his name to EWJ, which is actually more syllables than Earthworm Jim, but whatever. Okay, so now we are laying down some basic colors, and that's the fun part, that's the easy part. The meticulous and painful part will be later. But later is not right now. So we just do this, this, and that. And then, okay, so we grab a color for the hair. Might be, okay, that one might be a little too dark because we will be shading down and then shading a little bit up. So I want something in the middle. I think that's good. And of course, what you could do is do this instead. like, okay, I will grab this, grab that, and then expand the selected area. But then you kind of need to tailor it to the line. So, oh no, that was too much. Expand it maybe just by 3. Is that okay? Sort of. And then oh, right. And then we do this. So, you know, it kind of works, but not as uniformly as you'd think. So, you know, I like to do the paint bucket. Some people like to do the highlight, the selection. I like the paint bucket because it's quick, and I can then easily like just go through. And oh, also I'm just I used to like put colors on individual layers until I saw other folks like if I can stop saying like for a second. I saw other folks working and basically realized, oh, I don't actually need to ruin my life and spend so much time doing this when I can just put all the colors on the same layer and, you know, spend the rest of the time playing games and having fun. And what's the worst that can happen? If I go over, oh no, I just select the other one and then go right back. It's really not a problem. And here we will be doing the eyeball, because that's one of the parts where I don't actually put a line everywhere, so... Again, you see an hour of me doing this. I think this is okay, and then I do this, and that is terrible, because Paint Bucket like works wonders when you're doing it with, like, when you're adding color to a layer that has no color on it. But if you're actually adding, if you're adding color to a layer that already has color, then it gets a bit weird, and you get that weird effect. And I guess I'm gonna have to decide like the color of her eyes. And so yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions for her eye color. In the meantime, we have hair, we have eyes. We were there, and that's how we begin. No, okay. I'm stopping this right here. So, now we have to start thinking. Oh, and we will soon be thinking about light. Light is going to be... It's going to become a thing. But first of all... Well, not first of all, yet. Before that... oh, yeah, I'll check out the little... I'll start to color in her tattoo. Also, I kind of remember now... Oh, that's right, she has fingerless gloves. There we go. Oh, and also, sometimes a good idea to do this, because if I go like, oh, I just like color this, and then I do this, or like this, and nothing happened, what happened? Like, let me just, if I like accidentally hit the line, like if I go to click here and accidentally click right next to it, what I've just done is actually color in the entire outline underneath, which, I mean, admittedly, this is a pretty cool look, but it will actually be a nightmare later for coloring. Because, like, if you see here, it's kind of making all these weird things happen. So, nope, just gonna go right out of that. So now let's try. So, like, this really looks like a scenario for a black trench coat. But it's not something that shades very well, and honestly, I kind of like the idea of coloring it a bit, but let's try black. Let's see how it, like, obviously not jet black, because that's not going to work for anyone. We need to make it more of a gray, so that we can actually shade it. And of course here I'm like, I say like a lot, jeez. Here I'm putting color on the outside, not on the inside, because the inside's probably going to be a different color but in all likelihood, just a different shade of gray, just so you can at least get some two-tone here. And got to be real careful with this one. Beep. And oh, you see these things? We're going to come back to those. When I say come back, I mean we're going to take care of those right here because we're here. And it's always real easy to forget things and come back later and finish the picture only to realize, oh crap, I forgot to fill in that little thing and now it looks terrible and I'll never be able to not see it. Just going a little touch-ups and, oh yeah, let's color in her tattoo here. So, obviously, heart has to be red, because I like a big red heart. Looking at that big red heart. And we need a good parchment. Like this. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, maybe fade it a little more. Yeah, I like that better. What is it like, Rack? Whoops, nope. Didn't mean to do that. Boop. What if I just give her red eyes? Oh my gosh. Ooh, I do like the green eyes though. Yeah, let's go with that for now. Oh, a like is the Zelda monster that eats Link's shield. Wow. Huh. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the green for now. I might change it later. I don't know. There's lots of colors. So, I actually don't hate her having these like white pants. But let's see if we can get some color in. What about, I've got this little red thing going. How about this? I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. It kind of goes with, yeah. Maybe a little too bright though. Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's closer to the, yeah. Actually, if you look here, at the bottom here, you have the different colors and like the height of the saturation, I guess? It could, you think it's saturation? No, saturation is probably the horizontal one. What's V? Hue, saturation, is it the value? I actually completely forget. But yeah, so if you see here, this is the interior, this is the exterior, interior, and the red. They're height-wise, V-wise, whatever V is, they're actually pretty close. And I think that works well. And oh, of course, yeah, we shouldn't forget to do the cinder block. Do we still have our cinder block reference? Because it's always good to pick, well, I like to pick colors from the source. So something like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Boom. So, and that's done. No, we're not done. We are not done. Now, we kind of got the basics. I also realized, oh, I totally forgot to actually like draw her nails or details here, but that's okay. Well, we can actually do that later. We have that freedom. Now we kind of have to wonder, where's the light? Because the light will impact all of the shading that we do. Now, it'd probably be a better idea to start thinking about that earlier, but, you know, I'm not at that point yet, skill-wise, where I start to make something relative to, like, where I'm going to put the light. And we could certainly, like, try different things, like, oh, like, if the light was up here, then we'd get some cool effects, some backlighting. If this cinder block was actually on fire, then it would be illuminating everything here. And I actually don't hate having a burning cinder block, but it could also be that, like, she is performing some sort of super martial arts move and her leg is actually on fire. And again, that lights things differently. It means the inside of her coat will also be lit. And her leg here will be casting a shadow on her body. So a lot of things. Also, it could be super boring and just say, oh, the light is somewhere off. Like she's outside in the sun and the light is somewhere off in the infinite distance, straight above. We have a lot of options. But what would make this interesting? And do we actually need to show that? Like, it'd be cool to make it so that we can use shadows to kind of give an idea of where these two things, the leg and the cinder block, are positioned. Because if... I'm just going to start another layer here. See, I like to for shading, what I like to do is I add a multiply layer and I just draw it in black. And that is like a quick and dirty way to shade things because, like I say like so much. Jeez. If the light is coming from here, then we can do like some really quick shading and do this and this and like this and think, okay, light is coming from here, so probably something like that, and then we go like boop, and very light shading here because it's going to be like right in front of there, just enough to give a little bit of texture. Probably do a little bit of this and that just to... And then you have to think, okay, is her arm, like, her arm is not in a position where it would cast a shadow on the rest of her body? Probably not. Then I'll have some, like, some shading here, and so on and so forth. And then fill that in. And, like, say, oh, well, this would probably all be shaded, making that darker, and here, and then, oh, then we have, like, this here, and that is casting a shadow over there. Then probably something to follow the folds here, because this bit would be a little bit more lit, and then not. So if we do this, and then we just, like... And now I have to wonder, okay, if the light is here, then that's her leg is going to be doing some shading over here. What? Probably like around that a ways. Maybe. Now it gets a little bit trickier to predict this, but that essentially gives us this. So you have the light here illuminating this, and probably just have a little bit of contour here. And this whole thing also would be in the dark, and like her whole leg would probably be in the dark here. Her foot too. Part of her foot here. And really quick and dirty, we can get some shading in. And already that looks way better than what we had before. Oh, and also don't forget to actually shade the hair. That's an important part. And do something like this. And then boom, boom. And now we have like this mysterious light. And also for the, here, since this is a block, it's real easy to figure out what would be lit and what wouldn't. And probably this, but this kind of gives it a neat... So yeah, so that would be like some quick and dirty shading. And also the great thing about using this multiply layer like this is that you can change the intensity as much as you want and make it like super edgy. That's probably too much. But you can like really adjust it and get the level of shadow and intensity you want. And I also like it because I can just have a shading layer, and since it's multiply without any color information, it's just going to make whatever is underneath it darker. It doesn't work for everything, but it works for a lot of things. And usually what I'll do is I'll make a multiply layer that is much lighter, specifically for the skin. Because this doesn't work as awesomely for skin highlighting. So what I will do in these situations is, oh, and check, this is also like pretty cool if you just remove the color info. So if I remove the lines and just want like whatever's on the skin, which is here. Like, let me just actually do this like that. And then plus select this part here and basically remove this and put that here. Oh, right, yeah, I can't actually put that in a different layer. I have to put this in a full... Oh, it actually just does it by itself. Okay, that's interesting. So I do this. You are useless. Extraneous layer. So here, this way we get... Oh, I kind of misselected this one, but... Yeah, I have one I can use for clothing, and one I can use a bit lighter for skin, and that looks better. So, this is what we would do if the light was coming from there. But you can have multiple sources of light. I can totally have, like, a light that is actually here, and have this be on fire and have, like, two different sources of light. I'm not good enough to actually do this on the fly and do this well, but let me actually do this well and proper. So, scroll this back a bit. 2550, some good like middle of the road things. So, where be the light is the question. And where is this also? I'm not really good at backgrounds yet. I still need to work on that. So, that is a question. And also like, where is this coming from? And is it actually coming this way? Or is she just like bouncing it up and down on her foot like a hacky sack? We have a lot of questions. So let's make a decision. First of all, I will just clear these away because they were like, you know what? I hate to just throw things away, so I'll just make more. Because it really doesn't take a lot of space on your computer, just having these two layers. So, let's do, I'll just make this like a sketch layer. Nope, don't turn this around. The light. Okay, the cinder block. probably not going to be on fire. So where are we here? We could just use Prisma and like take a picture of wherever and do some effects on it and use that as a background. That could totally be it. But so yeah, is our character in a room, on a cliff's edge? That's a lot of answers. And also, when I just don't know, I will just pick a direction, use that as a light source, and then... You know what? Oh, Marek has a question. Yeah, I'm going base to shadow. For highlights, that's the next step. And yes, glossiness is a factor. I'm still working on that. I'm not very good with highlights, and that's a part where I want to get better. But yeah, glossiness is totally a factor. Like the, here, if we turn these back on, because I didn't actually get rid of them, because I was smart, I will also just put like a layer on screen and then use white. Pretty much like basic same principle, and then use that kind of stuff. So, like, here we'd probably have, like, a bit of reflection around here. See, like, I'm really just, like, going off the top of my head what seems like it look good. I have no clue, but probably, like, thinking the highlights on glossy stuff are going to be a little bit different. Of course, what we can do and what we should do is go to our references. Thanks to Google. Like, what if I just type glossy highlight? What does that do? We have some examples here. Not lip gloss. Just add words until it gives me what I want. Okay, yeah, see, so you have like something very glossy, something... Yeah, it's how the light diffuses itself. If that's how you say it. So yeah, we have very... That's how it is. Okay, yeah. I kind of get it. Yeah, this is 3D, but you kind of get it. I think it's like glossy diffusion. This is flooding back to me a little bit, but essentially, that would be the difference in glossy. This light, like if the character here was actually wearing literal, like something made of like mirrors, whatever, like, and then it would be just basically like, I think just literally a reflection of the light in whichever part, actually, because you have like folds, different sections, and the more it like the less perfectly glossy it is, the more it kind of diffuses around. I think that's right. I'm also like maybe not getting this, but yeah, you kind of get it. And conversely, if I like, I think it's the spray. Yep. If you get something, come on, need to be huge, yeah, like very diffuse, then the light will just spread out over it. Because instead of getting a perfect reflection, the light is just bouncing off and I think spreading out. So this would probably be like a more matte kind of thing. Which, yeah, you kind of feel like, oh yeah, this is kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm not really good with textures, but yeah, this is more along the lines of something, it's not slick, it's not shining, it's more matte. Whereas, yeah, if you get something shiny, then it's the reflections were very well defined. So it's probably something I should be doing with my shading as well. Here I tend to use very clear lines because I'm going to like, I kind of do this stuff in the with the intent of doing something else with it, maybe maybe like printing it, doing stuff like that. But yeah, like doing with, because I'm not really comfortable with using, oh, this is actually not bad. This kind of looks, have a chrome-like effect here. I'm not super comfortable with using airbrush and that kind of softness yet. I prefer to work in absolutes, in like, this color is here or this color isn't here. So probably need to work on that a bit. Gonna remove this. So yeah, I'm gonna need to check out some more tutorials and work on that, because yeah, like, material is a big difference. And you know what, actually I think these two, like, this is slick, this isn't. So for highlight wise, I would not be doing this, because see what it does. Yeah, oh my gosh, look, okay, yeah, this is a really rare thing. If I do this, she's like, these are shiny latex. If I remove it, then, oh no, they're just, yeah, it's just literally, do I put in a highlight or not? Just that makes such a big difference. This is cool, oh wow. Yeah, like, that is such a big difference. Learning together, that's the stuff. So, enough fooling around, as fun as it was, and let's actually start doing stuff here. But that was really interesting, that was really enlightening. Nice. So, yep. First of all, the light source. Actually, hey, let's try doing what I usually do at the very end, which is draw a background. And normally when I'm tired and I just want this to be over with, I will just pick two colors and make a gradient and I'm done. Let's start with that and see if we can work on it. That sounds like something interesting. So something foreground and background. If I just do this, yeah, now she's fighting in the black hole. So, that is actually background to foreground. I probably just need to invert these. And stop rotating. And did this, and so it's kinda okay, but it's basically just a color getting darker. Let's see, like, you can do some really wild stuff. That, oof, maybe not the best. What I like to do, though, is actually get some complementary colors. So I have a website for this. Let me just find it. There we go. Peloton. Make palettes. Palettes? Palettes? It's palette in French, so I'm guessing it's palette. So, okay. Kind of just, I don't think I can, oh, wait, hold on. I just need to get this one, this color here. And okay, this is, oh, there we go. Ah, okay. 139.2. That is the color. 131.2. That is the color of her pants. So if I just All right, this kind of takes. Okay, this is base 255, so it's about halfway. So halfway between in hexadecimal between 0 and F would be 8. So 8, 8, and then nothing, nothing. Is that it? Yep, did it. Awesome. And okay, now we have that, and we have a basic gray, which is not a color, but we have her skin color. So basically, so this is here, and this color here is, you know what, let's just try this, because, oh yeah, this is a way to have adjacent colors. So if I kind of tune this to find her skin color, which is, think about this, then it gives us this other color here. So a kind of purple. So purple would be a neat combination. I'm really like just trying stuff out here, but I do like this tool to like, oh, or for example, okay, we have the same color, we have her pants color, and the rest is, if we just ignore the rest, then it gives us these two different colors, or these two, and basically it kind of gives us, oh, some triad of colors to try. And if we just go with opposites, I don't really like this kind of sickly green, but this here might be interesting. So what I do is I just take a screen, because it's in Clip Studio, it's hard to actually get the color you want. So I will just open this on the desktop, go into the desktop, yeah, and pick this, pick this. We have two colors now. Let's see how this looks. Not super bad. I kind of like where this is going. It's kind of flat, of course, but okay. So let's switch it up. And we have these handy dandy shades here. So I pick a darker shade of this one, and for the other one, a lighter shade. And what happens if we... this is really obnoxious. Actually, like, there's no telling what you actually need to do. So see, this is interesting. And if I, like, this also presumably would kind of be our light source. So if we do this, something like this, I think we're getting somewhere here, which is the main thing. And I do like the emphasis this focuses right on what's happening here. And yeah, we still don't have an actual light source, but we might just go without one and just have, like, make as if this central part, the focusing part here, was important somehow, or have the light source be, can you actually see this? It's kind of hard to see. There, I think that's better. Have the light source be somewhere around here to kind of help focus in on this thing, because next time I probably have something a little bit more defined. I'm kind of like searching here because I'm having a bit of an artist's block, but that's okay. You know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead and actually make this like somehow involved with it, because I do like the concept of having this be the focus point of the action. And so what if this was indeed the light source in a way, or like, okay, let's just try some stuff. All right, let's just go wild a little bit. Have something a little louder like this, and yeah, like this kind of looks like an ethereal cinder block, so maybe not. but I do like the concept of having her foot be this like wave of energy. So let's go with that. Let's assume, let's actually just try this. What if, oh, and I'll put this on top. Yeah, like what if this is, her foot is actually like this big wave of energy. We don't have the impact yet, but it's going to be soon, and it kind of fits into the whole motif. So let's just assume I'm going to like make her leg like a big burning thing, because that sounds pretty cool. And then add blurring lines to this one, and then we'll be done. Okay, so this I will add later, but let's start by trying to make something. Just going to leave this as kind of a sketch layer, and then, oh right, I actually want to be drawing on this one. So yeah, I do like the whole idea that her foot is spewing these flames. But of course, it's not her foot, it's her entire leg. And it's kind of tricky to give that feeling. Yeah, it's really neat to, I'm gonna spin this around a bit. Yeah, her leg, okay, she was standing. Actually, she was standing like that. Actually, okay, let's just, okay, yep. This is her pivot leg, and this is where the action is going. So her foot is doing this thing. Kind of like that. And then we kind of have this like little wake of energy in front of her leg, where like that. And then it's just a matter of like completing the motion this way. What I'm wondering is how to actually like link these. But I'm sure I can find a way. Or I could literally just do it like this. And I'm going to be like doing all of this like just one big color block anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I go over too much. So kind of get that feeling that, and in fact, I'm probably going to do this in multiple layers, but for now, let's do this and just get some neat looking spiky lines here. Okay, how does that look? Did I make something that looks all right? And I'm just going to fill it in, but this time saying, no, just use this layer, buddy. Thank you. So, I think this kind of looks all right. You know, for a thing that I'm doing with just basically off the cuff with no planning, I think this is pretty good, considering. kind of... Oh, there we go. Kind of wanted to finish that line. So this is what we have. It's starting to take a while to actually record now. Okay, so we no longer need this sketch. Okay, so it kind of looks like, hey, oh man, I stepped in this nuclear waste. Well, might as well shake it off on this cinder block. But yeah, this I'm probably gonna do. I'm not sure like what to do exactly with this, but we create. Oh, see, now this kind of looks all right. Having it in the back here, and in the front, I can probably get something done. Okay. Sometimes I do this where did I actually just create? Like, does this layer have anything on it? No. It's an entirely blank layer, then it can be used for other stuff, which is good. So I'm gonna basically take part of this layer here. Wait, no, not what I wanted to do. Just copy. And then paste this here. It's going to make its own layer, so yeah, screw you, extraneous layer. You're not needed. Did I screw anything up? No? Okay, good. So, this is kind of there. I'm just gonna... Whoops, erase the wrong thing. That's what I'm gonna do. And just gonna remove this and smooth it a little bit here, and yep, kind of make this green glowing cast. And for now, I can like do this kind of stuff. And so basically, you know, I get this. Oh, you know, I should probably put this. See, now I kind of notice. Yeah, the wave should probably be in front of the coat, because it's following her leg. So what I'm gonna do is, yeah, because this, yeah, this needs to be in front of something but behind the other. So that's gonna be tricky, because I need it to be in front, behind the leg, but in front of this. But okay, for now, I'm just gonna assume that it is a... Yeah, because like if I do a little bit of transparency or effect with this here, it's going to look weird for this. Okay, what happens if I put it in front here? Yeah, it's a bit too much. And yeah, because now this is, everything is kind of all together, but because here, yeah, it just, yeah, this is a pickle. Of course, what I could do is I need to separate something. Yeah, this is, because I kind of like having the, oh, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I think I got it. I am going, okay. I'm going to put this back here, because I like where that is going, but this whole back part here, I will be cutting and putting way in the back. So, here is where I'll be. I can actually just, for now, I'm just going to do this and that, and Oh, it did this thing. Come on. Acceleration, turn it back on. Okay, thank you. Sometimes it just decides, hey, you know what? No more acceleration for you. Bye. Now it's back. Okay. So this, and then I expand it just a little bit so I can grab the color. Or, you know, what I could just do also is, since it's refer only to edit a layer, yeah, just grab the color straight up. So I remove this, put this back here in its own layer, and now for the tricky part. It's too much. I want to grab, using the lasso, or actually I should probably just, there's a polyline, which is actually a great tool, because I can do things like this. There we go. And grab it here, and then zoom in here, and grab that there, and then go like this, doop, 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 and zoom back in here, and there we go. Now we have this, and now what I'm going to do is grab this from the line art and paste it in front here. Now, of course, you see there's these little... I'm not sure why this happened. That's a weird thing, isn't it? Yeah, I grabbed the line, which was clearly full here. Now there's no more line. And here I paste it, and it's all cut up and weird. What the hell did you do? Yeah, this is super weird. This is, I guess, not supposed to happen. This is super mysterious. Why would you... Like, how does that even happen? Huh. Okay, well, I can do something entirely different, though. I can literally... Okay, so this is just... Yeah, I'll just remove this. This is another... Is this another layer with nothing on it? Is this really... Of course it's a layer with nothing on it. That's all I ever have. Okay. Okay, we thank you for following me on this great adventure. Now... Oh, I actually just need... Yeah, I just need to come back to before... Okay. Still good. This is still before I cut it. Now, I'm just going to make a copy of the line. And here, I'm just going to put a mask over here. And here, I just reselect what I had, invert the selection, and make another mask. Okay. This... Okay, then... This is really weird. Okay, something else is going on. Okay, I think I know what's going on. Okay, I will still do the... Yeah, okay, I think this is me being a dummy, because that's usually how these things go. Alright, so... I make the mask, so now we have... Yeah, this is just user error, because that's usually how it goes. So, now I have this, which technically... Like, I have this, and I can add this separately, which means when I do this, now it's just over this part, and now I have the effect I wanted. And now to actually go back into this What is up with these weird lines? Well, let's actually see. It's this thing, of course. It's I didn't actually grab all of the color. I left out some of it. So I'm gonna reselect this. I'm gonna invert it again. And I don't actually need this color here, so I can just delete it. And then I believe this is it. And I just put this back to fill this out, which for some reason wasn't filled out, huh? And then put it back here. And okay, so thank you very much for your patience while we workshopped whatever the hell happened here. But now we know what was up, and now I have this neat little separated part. I have this, oh yeah, you come back here. I have this special attack that's coming. I'm gonna put some stuff here. Like I can probably, what I do, like I make a copy and then experiment. I can just put some Gaussian blur on it. Everything's better with the blur. But I'll actually be doing the effects in Photoshop. So for now, I don't actually need to copy this. I can just put this here. And let's actually do the shading thing and do the part where, okay, the light is her leg. Let's do this. I'm gonna use basically a main light source and then do some very brief highlights and leave it at that. Because I'm not at the point where I'm comfortable enough to do much more. So let's start what I actually meant to do like an hour ago. And get to shading. And thank you for your patience while I work this weird thing out. Alright, so we have our light source. Yeah, next time I'm doing something way less... way less obtuse or tricky. So, first of all, shading. It's this thing here. So, what this means, since it's front of her leg, then the back, everything around here. Oh, and by the way, you know, I keep going over. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm shading the color part, I am going to remove this, and that, and the lines, and those lines too. Now all we have is the color. And I'm just going to select, oh, refer to other layers, please. Select everything around. I invert this, and now on my shading I apply this as a mask. And I also repeat this mask here. I reselect, do this, I reselect, and do this. So what this means is, now I can do my shading and I don't have to worry about the lines. Cool. It's really nice. Alright, so. And you can't really see this, but I'm kind of like putting my leg up and resting my tablet on top of it. After a certain amount of time, my leg gets real tired and I have to switch. This is not the most ergonomical way to do things. And I should know because I'm trained. I was trained in ergonomics, so ideally I would need some form of arm or support or something, but for now this is what I can afford. And that is usually how it went with all my with all that kind of stuff too, was when I did it at work, yeah, optimally we would need this and oh, we can't afford any of it. Well, okay, then we can probably do this and that'll probably be good enough, I guess. So, now I kind of look. If I hold this pose and my leg is setting a flame. Actually, you know what? It's not going to be the whole leg. I've decided this. Okay? Let's make this interesting. It's not going to be the whole leg. It's going to be just the front of it. Because I think that's more interesting. So we have this part here, but it's just going to be, yeah, the front. Like this. And the rest here, I just remove. So, we have this very concentrated area of Big Bad Hurdy. And I'm just gonna select this whole thing because I might just miss a few pixels. Boop. So this is it. Like, as I said, later I'm gonna mess with this thing and like screw it up. And you know what? For effects, I might just literally go into the third art stream to work with effects, and that'll give me time to actually practice them. This thing will have taken a lot of time, folks, but as I'm talking and experimenting with things, I think it's time well spent. So now we have this thing, and of course like the wake that is providing the light, but let's just concentrate on this part here, because that means that we have a bit of shading here. I'm not gonna do this part here quite yet. And also, see, the great thing about this is I'm just shading everything under it. And if I wanted, like, I could actually be, like, adjust the mask so I wouldn't be shading over this area here, but I'm not going to touch it because stuff. So what I can do right now is I can already say that, oh, I'm just going to, like, remove this. Yeah, this will probably be some sort of highlight thing that I'll add later. For now, I'm just going with this is the light source, this here. So all of this below it is probably darker. Also, just to get this out of the way, the back of this, see just like the difference this makes. Now it really feels like, yeah, this is heading straight into like this sort of big, like, it's just changing the color of one part of it adds a whole lot of personality to it. So we have this, that is our light source, this incandescent front of leg. So this means that we kind of get this going to kind of follow the arc of the leg. A little bit like that. Then I do this here to simulate the edge of the coat, because it's not like a two-dimensional coat. There's an edge to it. And I think this kind of shows that it actually has some three-dimensional quality to it. And I will probably keep that up around here too. But for now, so light source is here. This hits, this is dark, and probably the light will then start reaching around here. So like that, and this will all be dark, and the light also will, like, this, the underside of the leg is projecting a shadow over here, but the light also kind of diffuses around it. So I'll probably let's start with like yeah, I want to, this kind of cast a shadow here. So we can probably do something like this. And so then, yeah, leg cast shadow here. Then the light reaches this, and the curvature of the leg here means that light stops reaching it here. And it kind of goes a little bit. Then there's, yeah, the curve would probably, yeah, go a little bit like that. And then around here. And oh, we are hitting skin. And I did say I do like having a second, I'm using the lighter shade layer for the skin, because then I can adjust them independently. And do this, this. That. Because then you have the shadow of the actual things. So light, and then at some point you have all of this that is factoring in. Okay, and then so this is all shaded. Oh, whoops. Yep, back here. This here, this, whoops, this here, this here. Inside of it, actually, let's just do it just for the sake of that. So, we have this here. And remember to use the right ones. So, already looking interesting. Now to continue this, light here will still be hitting the side of this coat, because it's kind of raised a little bit. And the coat itself, since I'm using this sort of point to determine this is where the light ends, now the coat itself, since it's a bit raised, will be casting its own shadow. So I just need to put this a little bit and kind of base it on how the shape of itself, and also to reunite the fact that, yeah, it's going to come here, so probably something like that, and I still keep that little raised bit a little shorter now, a little thinner now, just to give it that extra personality, extra. And then I do this, and I zoom in a little bit to do some just to make sure everything is cool. And then I try to harmonize this. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah. So we have the shadow by the leg, and then the light here, and then at that point again, like, the light doesn't reach because of the curve. So it's probably something like this, and we've already determined that the light stops here, so it would probably go something like this. And feel free to let me know, and like if in the comments later I see like, no, you have this completely wrong, then I will do like an update, say, oh, by the way, folks, I was completely wrong. Let's see how wrong I was and how we can actually go about to do this the right way. But for now, I think this works. I think this is the way that works for me. Did I actually? Oh, right. There's this big thing here, and here I want to go back to the little lip of the coat. Keep giving it that little texture, and probably do this thing here where I just give it a little bit and then stop. Kind of like that. Okay. Now this should work. Yep. And now we do Just check the lines. Everything good? Everything good? Yeah, nice. So. This is looking interesting. Again, like I'll probably look at it like after sleep, after a night's sleep, and go like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But I think if we have like this big light source, this leg that is casting its own shadow, and then the actual light that hits, and then the shadow where the light stops hitting, I think this works. So we just need to finish this up here. Again, here I could have just like drawn a line in the mask and just be like shading willy-nilly, but I didn't, so I'm kind of have to live with it. Even though I could totally change it right now if I wanted to, but no. I'm bullheaded like that. Okay. So, that's gonna be here. And then I do want to have a little bit of, again, that little effect here. And then like that. I think I went over. I did, but that's okay. Yep. Now I can go in. Yeah, this is way easier. Yeah, this is way easier, she says, before it's suddenly way not easier. And then this looks a bit rough. So there we go. Yeah, just give it a little bit of an edge. Nice. See, this kind of looks cool now, doesn't it? I really like that effect. And we put this here. I don't know why I'm not zooming in more. I really should. There we go. So, okay, light is coming here. We got this. And then we could probably do a little bit of that. Okay. And same for the hands. Now, okay, we gotta figure this out. Light source, hand, hidden straight on. This one's gonna be easy. It's pretty much that. And this kind of projects a shadow here. But it's not that much more complicated. That's why I did it first. Alright. See, easy peasy. Okay. Now the other hand. On the other hand, so light hitting here straight on. So we'll want to have a, I should probably just, yeah. We'll want a little bit of texture here for the knuckles. So we're doing the texture of the glove and Knuckles. Probably here, and put it like that. And so now we kind of have to figure out, okay, she's like this, kick is there. I think we're in a position where the arm won't actually cast a shadow here based on where it is, but it very well could. So I'm just gonna start first by finishing this part here. And then, so curvature-wise, this would probably be a little bit like that. I'm kind of like following where I put the lines here. And a bit like that. So let's see how that looks. Oh, right. This would do this. And also do this. Okay, so this implies that the arm is like really not in the path. Like this, the arm is totally not casting a shadow behind it. I'm not sure if I drew it well enough to reflect this, or if I drew it so that it feels like it's actually closer here. So I think that's what I actually did. So three-dimensionality. So leg is here, light is casting here. I will probably, let's see, what I should probably do is assume that this arm at least is, like, I can do this here. And basically this would mean that this entire arm would be kind of hidden by this shadow and complete it here. This feels, I think, more realistic. Like, yeah, you kind of see now this arm feels like it's somewhere. I probably should put it a little bit closer. But also, like, it feels like it's somewhere, but also I'm kind of losing interesting detail. But you know what? Screw it. We need this to look like the arm is actually somewhere, and that's what we will do. And you should probably finish this here, here, and here. There we go. Sorry, Mom. Your tattoo is in the dark. Them's the breaks. I just fill this entire area in just to be sure, and here we go. And then I go back here and okay, so I think it might be like a little bit. I think this might be a bit better. So, however, this doesn't really follow. Yeah, this doesn't work because this makes it seem like the light is coming from here, but light is coming from there. Okay, let's go back for a bit. She is there with the light coming here. Yeah, light goes here. I'm just gonna make this extra layer here. So light goes there, and there, and from the arm over there. So that's where the light is coming from. Now we just need to think in 3D space. The light has already reached here. So, like, would this actually... Like, the light can't possibly hit here. Or it could maybe barely touch the shoulder. But I think it will just cut off... like, cut off here, probably. Because, yeah, I just don't see that happening any other way. So, yeah, the hand is not in a place, based on the light, where it can actually hit here. But it can, yeah, I think I got it. Something like that. And then I can link that up here. And over here, do something like that. And I think that's going to work. Oh yeah, I can just like... I can ditch you. Thank you very much, little guiding line. And again, if I like remove the lines, you can see this is all weird, so I'll just do this, and this, and this. Grab all of that. Fill it in. And we're back. So yeah, I think this works. Also, this, however, doesn't make sense since the arm is actually joined here. So this would probably look a little bit more like this. Yep, okay. Now, we're finally past this giant headache. Gonna do this here. And then move on to the other arm. Again, we're following a very similar line to what we've already set. And then go here. Alright. Now, here's pretty easy since we already have this line. Then we have light is over there. Light is projecting through the chin. So it's going to make this. Boom, boom. Probably a little more. Yeah, just to make this look a little bit better. Yeah, she's going to kick the crap out of this thing. Now the light is hitting her face pretty dead on. So I'm just going to do this here. Just adding this a little bit for texture. And then the hair. Yeah, okay, I'll use the rest of it for the hair. Okay, this should be interesting. So light, pretty much straight on. And this is a good opportunity to actually give some texture to these. So probably do something like this, and then okay, yeah, this is in the dark. We've already, so I probably make the cutoff line, since a head is mostly round, probably something like this. Yeah, kind of follow the lines I've set. Okay, I think I got it. I think that's good. So I do this, and then though, yeah, at some point the light would switch. Like here, it's going to be over yonder way. Here too. Here too. So basically in the middle, I have a meet. Okay, and so let's go ahead and see how that looks. I think that's pretty neat. And then this whole part is in the dark. Yeah. Remember to save once, save often. And now, I've already set a line here, so this line will also help me determine some other stuff. It also means that, okay, at this point, this is where the light stops hitting here, and this part starts casting a shadow. So, considering the light is coming in this direction, we probably need to, like, plan something like this, like just a generic idea that this, like this part here, this is terrible, like this, something like this will be in the dark, and for the rest we'll need to think about the three-dimensional aspect. So this is all up front here, and we already have this kind of thing, so it's something, and also the tips will be visible. So let's do something like this, and we're going for a gradual wriggling set of lines going this way. Okay, let's for the front here. Oops. And again, like now I'm wondering, okay, is this entire thing in the dark? How does this look? That's pretty cool, but I think there's enough width to it so that some of it would still be lit. So let's actually try this. Let's actually follow the angle, then keep this up. right. Okay, and then we kind of erase the middle part here. And we fill this out. It's going to be a bit of a pain, but we got to do it. And here we go. It actually goes pretty well when you're zoomed in enough. Okay. And then, so we have that little sliver that's going to be like just visible. And we kind of keep going like this. Kind of follow the same texture, but like we're kind of doing it in reverse to follow the grain, as it were, which is, yeah, the flow of the hair. I don't know what the actual word is here that I'm searching for, but you know what I mean. Like the way the hair flows, words are hard. I'm not used to talking about hair. A stylist would probably have way better vocabulary about hair than I do. Okay, so yeah, I kind of screwed it up this way, but let's see if it plays. I think that's pretty cool. I think that is pretty cool. Oh, that's right, we also need to do the little touch-ups. Not that many of them this time, though. So, this is where we're at. Oh, I've got to put this back in. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, well, hey, now we have another fun question. What the hell is happening over there? Oh, it's going over the line. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's... But that is weird, though. Oh, okay, no, I understand. Yeah, this is doing it. Okay, so here, to make this work, I actually need to... do this, and add this to the shading. Why are you still doing this? Yeah, okay, this is weird because now it's lighter over the dark. Problems every single time there's a problem. Why can't it just be easy? Because, okay, let's remove this and that. Okay, yeah, it's still not... Yeah, okay. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Nice. Okay. So we have this, we have that. I'm actually not sure of that, oh, it does have a radiation. Wait, I'm actually... Hold on, I should probably follow the right thing. Actually, you know what? Okay, we're almost done. We got this. So this is it. And, oh, right, shadows. So, last thing, yeah, the annoying bit is, oh yeah, actually making a shadow of this. What we can do is, like, just make a whole block of this, flip it, and then put it. Let's actually just try this. And you know what? Let's take this into Photoshop, because I think that's the part where we're at, and I think we can finish this pretty quickly. So I'm going to export this as a Photoshop document. Thank you, Lucy. Now we switch to here. We get rid of that. No. And then we open this thing here. And yeah. Now we have this. And all the layers are there, which is really good. That is a good thing. So we have this. Now let's do some stuff with this. First of all, though, yeah, shadow. Okay, not this, not this. What do we want is also not this. We want this thing. Yep, everything. Though we will be removing. Don't need a shadow of the cinder block. Cinder block shadow will be elsewhere. Okay. Oh, right, I forgot to inverse. Inverse. Remove this part. There we go. Now we have a selection of the character. We will be... I'm just going to fill it out in black. And now we have this handy-dandy version of the character here. And I'm just going to put this way down at the bottom. Come on, come on. There we go. I'm just going to put this back here. Now I'm going to I'm also going to make an extra copy, put it to the side, just because transforming stuff is a bit tricky in Photoshop. Okay. Now, transform, I'm going to... I believe it's warp. I think warp is what I'm going to do. Nope, warp is not what I wanted to do. Is it... No, not free transform. I think it's skew. It is. Okay, first of all, flip vertical, put it here. So as if the character was standing on a mirror. Now I think I can skew it. Nah. Or, let's see, it's been a while. Is it perspective? Is it just doing the exact same thing? Is there a difference between? Oh, okay. I guess it's that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I can actually do this. So light is here, which is kind of neat. So yeah, I think that, and I will just carefully mask that part out, just because we don't really need it, and also that is the light emitter. So hey, okay. See, now when I transform it again, I'm kind of restarting over. So I'm just going to transform. Now I'm going to warp. So I just need this part to be... Okay, no, warp is not what I wanted. Maybe it's just free transform again. Oh, there it is. I want the foot to be a bit wider. I can probably fake it at this point. I'll just go here, use the brush, and finish the rest by hand. This is totally something we can do. We have that power. We are artists, and we have a brush, and we can pretty much decide what we want to do with it. That's pretty cool. And though this hasn't been like... This didn't go as well as I'd hope, it's still going okay. Still having fun with it. This works. I think this is, like, well enough. Probably not ideal. In fact, yeah, the light is probably not at the right spot, but it's also yeah, it's... Shadow's not the best. But you know what? It works. Whoops. Are we good? We're good. Okay. Because at one point we have to stop aiming for perfection and accept that something is good enough. We learned. We move on. Okay. Now, last thing I wanted to do. This cinder block. I want to do something cool with it. So, basically going to select this. Remove the paper. Remove the background. I'm going to do a copy merged, so it's going to copy everything here. And then I put the background back. And at the very top, I just paste it, and now I have this thing that incorporates the color, the line art, everything. So I'm just going to put it right back where it was. And this thing, I'm going to put a blur on, which is a motion blur. In this direction, and oh, okay, good. Not a... Whoops, you get back here. Okay. Is there another blur? What the heck is a smart blur? Okay, I have no clue what this blur actually does. Oh, I have a blur gallery now. Oh, nice! Oh, I think this is exactly what I wanted. What if I do this, and then... Okay, this, you know, this kind of splits it apart. Oh. Oh, and this is also the great part of this kind of thing is basically, yeah, you just mess around with stuff until you find something that looks good. And that is entirely valid. So, yeah, I'll do this. I kind of like where this is going. And this too. It's not a spin blur, it's a... I don't think it's a field blur. No, field blur is just everything. Just the path. Come on. Okay. So let's try this. Okay. And now, can I... We have to wait. I know. Oh my god. No, you could have just used the preview. This is... Oh my god. This can't take that long. I can't... Oh my gosh, no, you're not taking this long. I'm sorry. No, you are not, like, taking forever on this blur. Just gonna keep hitting cancel until it registers. It won't let me. Oh, come on. Why the hell would you put a cancel button if you can't cancel a blur? Stay awake, stay awake. It's making the perfect blur. I'd be tempted to just kill the Photoshop process right now. Okay, I'm gonna have to kill it. I'm gonna have to kill it. Oh my gosh, Photoshop. What is your problem? Jeez. I had to kill Photoshop. It was literally ruining the stream because it was taking so much processing power just to do that stupid blur. Oh my gosh. This is why you save often, folks. Dang. Okay, thank God, at least my... Okay, I saved right before the blur that ended the world, so we're good. Okay, I'm just gonna do like a regular blur on this one. Like motion blur, like a little bit. Yeah, okay. Please don't crash. Okay, we're good. Oh my gosh, never using the blur gallery again. Oh, that wrecked everything. I'm hoping the recording, the local recording is good. If not, like, yeah, I'm just gonna put like a technical difficulties. Whoops, just me with the hammer and around just going like, Okay, so now I have now I have this silly blur thing that costs so much. Gosh. And I'm just gonna take that blur. You gotta take that blur and warp it. And make sure that it kind of lines up originally. Kind of like that. Okay. I know you're trying to help, but so kind of like that. And also sometimes what I like to do is just like copy something over, just so I have something else to like. Whenever I have transparencies and such, but that's probably too much. I could have put it in the back, that's not as much. So yeah, just with a little bit like that, you can get some cool motion going. And it kind of feels like it's flying over there. So now that's good. And now what we need to do finally is do a little effect for this green thing, and we will be done. Okay, do we dare do another blur? Another blur to end the world. Can we just keep doing blurs to solve all of our problems? Well, is that something that can work? Probably not. Can I do a warp with... I'm actually just going to do what I did again, which is make a copy of it and transform that one. And... okay, so if I warp... yeah, see, if I just warp, it just does this, which is like interesting enough, but that's like not... yeah, it doesn't really do a lot. I do like the concept of blurring it. I'm just gonna... oh, can I do a radial blur? Okay, I can't and preview it. It's just not gonna do that. So, the heck is a lens blur? I don't know. That looks scary. Is anything happening here? Is it actually doing anything? Never mind. Okay, no, this is scary. This is, again, going into computer will explode territory. What about the surface blur? I'm just trying blurs out. Let's try stuff. Not doing anything. This is probably doing something else that I don't want it to. Let's just start with a good old Gaussian blur to soften it up a bit. Alright. And then... what if we just warp that? Let's see. What if we just warp that? It kind of loses its shape, though. It's... like, it does get kind of cool. Okay, so does this do anything? Oh, kinda. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, if and okay, I can do this. Maybe like move it around a bit. And then re-warp it. Bring that in line here. Kind of like that, and then yeah, check this out. I think this looks good. You kind of have that little cool edge around here, and of course this part kind of looks weird now. So I'm just gonna make another one of that, and then blur, because blurring solves everything. Now check this out. I think this looks better. Okay, you know what? I think this is good. I think this works for me. Let's call it there. And oh, right. Something I did want to show you. Like, hey, now that we have the whole thing here, let's mess around with the shadows a bit. Like, okay, that's too much. Clearly too much. But like, yeah, we can make like this pop out way more. Oh, I almost forgot the highlights. Yeah, we can do like, I'm probably just gonna leave them there for the rest of it, but for the coat, I think it's worth it. And just gonna put this yeah, I would like some opacity, please. Some, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, because I'm a dummy. Yep. Yeah, using weight is always tricky for me. Let's see, can I actually get something a bit bigger? And then I just remove this. Add a little bit of that. Yeah, I would normally, you know what, for the highlighting, that's a good point. I should probably take into consideration the color of the light. I haven't really for everything, but you are totally right that here it is called for. So what I can do is go here, take oh right, it's different here. In Clip Studio, like the one button is really just to the color picker. This one isn't. I'm gonna use like this bright green. Boom. And yeah. What this does, basically, I've created a clipping mask, which means that this layer will take whatever's under it, immediately under it, and apply its contents to it. So I put a very bright green color in this layer. I'm going to make it even brighter. Yeah. And now it's applied to here. Now, that one is still white. It's just that it's just taking over the color and using it. So I can easily change the color of the highlight and tweak it in case I want to, like, change, if I change my mind or if something else looks a bit better. So I just go back to white and then go back to this layer, and then I can do that. And that whatever I do here is actually reflected in the layer. It's like I'm just working here, but it's the color is not a problem. I should probably make my brush smaller. A little bit like that. This. Can I get away with this? Haha! I can totally get away with this. This is great. Getting away with stuff easily is nice when it's in the context of art. And I keep this line going. Like so. And here. And as soon as I kind of finish it up here, then I can fill it. Bam. I think that's good, actually. Oh, little one here. So now we have this, and we can like choose to make it as slight or intense as we want. I think this is good. Yeah, good work, us. And now, the finishing touch. There we go. Tuck it right here. Well, I should probably just put it in the corner here. But again, I think I'll crop it, because that's a bit too... Yeah, let's actually think about that. I do like this central bit here. Okay, yeah, I think this is what I'll do. Save it. And then Did they remove the crop? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Something like that. And actually, maybe... yeah. I think this is good. So I will export this. Yeah, just quick export as it. Let's actually just export it, export as, and then actually do the work. And ping, transparency, yeah. This all looks good. No. Okay. All right. And then I will just undo the crop because I want to keep that data in the file actually. And here we are, folks. Thank you for sticking around. We actually did it. We started from what was like... actually, yeah, we started from this, and in a couple hours of problems and trying new stuff, ended with this. And I think that's pretty cool. So, thank you again for sticking around, watching me work, and also for helping me make this happen. Because this takes time, and time is money for me since I'm pretty much independent now, so your support is super important, and I appreciate it a lot. So thank you for all the wonderful patrons who have helped me, and if you want to help me, go to Patreon. Havoc HQ is my account name, and you can get some cool stuff, including streams like these, and exclusive stuff, and access to my things earlier, and high resolution, and all the good stuff. And also, there's even a level where you can get a free comic a free sketch from me every month, and you also get discounts on anything you want from me too. And speaking of which, we are at the end of the month, so the people who are contributing to the highest tier will be getting their sketch info request in the mail soon, so look out for that. So thank you so much. It's been great having you, and I can't wait to see what we're gonna do next time on this little art thing. I'm gonna start something new. I'm gonna try something interesting. So again, thank you. Take care of yourself, and let's keep making wonderful things together. Bye-bye.